Hi everyone, can you guys hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, can you guys hear me? Please leave a comment if you guys can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi everyone, can you guys hear me? Leave a comment if you guys a comment. Okay, please leave a comment so that I can see you guys. Hi, Vichai, how are you? Thanks for joining. Have you guys eaten your dinner? Are you guys on the way back from traffic? Hi, Sam. Thanks for commenting. Hi. It's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks since I live streamed. It was a pretty happening Chinese New Year, and I'm back to business. So let's start with the live stream very soon. Please leave a comment if you guys are actually having your dinner or on the way back from work, because I'm still figuring out the best time to live stream to you guys so that more people can join, because sometimes I live stream about 9:30 p.m. and some people say it's a bit late, they sleep already. So I'm still figuring out the best time. I have to work on that. Yeah, but anyways, thanks so much for joining, guys, and we will begin now. On the first thing we want to talk about today is number one. We have to take a look at this news article. Bank Negara actually says that they may actually adjust interest rates again, and there was ample room for it because the economic growth slowed down to the weakest in a decade. um, but the thing here is that the BNM governor Dato Noor Shamsia actually said inflation is still low, which is which I quite disagree lah, because I feel inflation is quite high. Feels like everything is going up. So this article was released on The Age today at 3:30, and based on that, we can see the KLCI going down 10 points. Banking stocks were badly affected lah. Like, so Public Bank, Maybank, CIMB, all of them actually turned negative, and based on their charts, I do not like their charts as well at the moment, because it seems really bearish at the moment for Maybank, Public Bank, especially Public Bank. It's going to a new low. It's been going down ever since 25 ringgit, and the downtrend seems to be continuous. So it's pretty negative lah overall for the long term. But it will definitely be a very amazing opportunity if it comes down and you can collect cheap, because these stocks are definitely blue chips and they may rebound the fastest when the market rebounds in general. So will we actually be looking at zero interest rates one day in the future? Why not? I won't be surprised if that happens, because it's a huge possibility that may be happening soon. Because if you take a look at the fixed deposit rate now, everything got adjusted and cut as well. So overall, the banking sector seems a bit challenging lah. Yeah. So hit me up if you comment, if you guys agree, or what's your opinion on banking stocks, or which bank actually offers the best fixed deposit rate now. Because in January, like 2 weeks ago, everything got cut, all the fixed deposit. So time to put the money back to the stock market. And yeah, let's see what's active today. As usual, top glove, Supermax glove stocks are continuously on their uptrend, and it's been going up non-stop. So is it still too late to enter? A lot of people ask me that about Top Glove, Supermax and so on. So basically Top Glove actually filled its gap created here on January 28. It get up to 5 ringgit and 90 cents and closed down the gap on February 6th. So this gap right here over here, it has actually been filled. So normally when a gap has been filled, it would actually resume its uptrend. And based on the historical SARS virus that happened in 2003, the glove counters actually went up like 200 to 300%. So Top Glove, as of now, it only went up from 4 ringgit and 40 cents to 6 ringgit. That's like maybe 30% gain. So I won't be surprised if it actually breaks an all-time high. And if not glove stocks, then what else? So now let's take a look at other stocks like Supermax. Between all the glove stocks, I like Top Glove and Supermax the most because they are just my personal favorite. Although Harta and Kosan might be pretty good stocks as well, but it's just personal preference in my opinion. I like Supermax because it literally moves up and down quite volatilely. So yeah, do leave a comment if you guys are actually invested into glove stocks. I will have a check on the comment section because the other time it wasn't really working. Yeah, so leave a comment if you guys are actually hearing me. Okay, anyways, so glove stocks and the virus scenario has been affecting the market, and it's been quite boring to actually say and repeat the same thing over again. So we will move on to what's interesting other than glove and the virus related stocks. So tomorrow I would say one thing to look at is definitely the Pi has been going up a lot, and LC Titan. So basically what I like to observe is that what went up on the market like today, and if you can see today's volume is actually 2.8 billion and the value traded is 2.7 billion. I would say that the mid caps are roughly moving up, but the very large caps, especially the banking stocks, are coming down. So, and another stock that has caught my attention today, or my client's attention today, is actually C-Link. It has been actually going down like today a lot. So this type of stocks, I used to like to trade this type of stocks, like even their rebounds and so on, like maybe catch the falling knife and trade in and out a little bit, like because it has came down from 70 cents to 40 cents. But these days I don't really trade this type of stocks anymore because number one, if you take a look at their earnings, because earnings is the number one driver for share price increase or decrease. If you take a look at C-Link's earnings, I don't see any profit in the recent quarters, so I would just avoid it and would not touch it. But for example, if let's say the company has been going up this much from let's say 15 cents to 70 cents, but the company is actually earning money, like if C-Link is actually making a lot of profit in its recent quarterly results, then it would be okay to catch the falling knife for me, like in my opinion. But now I dare not touch also lah. Please leave a comment if you are actually trading stocks like this, like ceiling. Yeah, so for example, Airasia has been going down, but I would say eventually one day it will rebound significantly. If you see, the previous low was 1.12, and it actually rebound to 1.32, so that was a 20-cent gain, and I would feel more comfortable to catch the falling knife with the fundamentally alright kind of stocks, although Airasia's earnings might be affected by the virus. Yeah, so leave a comment if you guys are actually commenting, I mean trading this kind of stocks like ceiling, or have you guys actually retired from trading this type of stocks? Others, hi Joey, thanks for your comment. You have Supermax too. Others move except Supermax. Well, but Supermax is very special case because Supermax actually, in terms of percentage, from 120 to 180 was the high. It actually went up the most in terms of percentage, and I would say that that is actually an advantage for Supermax because it's still considered the cheapest, and it has the potential to gain more in percentage in the long run. And if you can see Supermax here, there is a gap here, gap created 3 trading days ago, so I think it might take some time to maybe fill it up first and then move back up. Yeah, so one moment, let me charge my battery. Okay, so I'm back. So Supermax is pretty much tricky lah. So I would say that it will move in line with the general glove industry, just that it moved too much previously, so now it's maybe time to slow down. Yeah, so Supermax profit not as good as Hata and Top. TP Chua, I would say it's alright, right? Because in terms of earnings per share, Supermax is doing quite well. I don't judge a stock by its net profit and revenue. Of course, if you want to judge revenue, Supermax against Top Glove will win by a ton. But if you judge earnings per share and PE ratio, I use earnings per share and PE ratio, then I would say it's fairly valued lah. Because Supermax PE ratio is 20, whereas Top Glove, we can have a look at the PE ratio is 40 times, you know. So you have to actually take note on that. But different people have their different trading strategies. I wouldn't say that there is one exact correct trading strategy that everyone should follow. Yeah, unlike some other seafoods out there, so-called seafoods or gurus out there. Yeah, so everyone has their own trading strategy. So my personal take on it is that use the EPS and PE ratio. So hi Wichai, thanks for your comment. What do I think of the potential of JAX and Notion? Alright, yeah, I wanted to talk about JAX a lot. So I have a very good thing I want to point out about JAX. So if you guys have followed this website, KLSE i3 Investor, JAX, who is behind JAX? Everyone knows. Have you guys heard the story about JAX? Mr. Kun Yuyin, Mr. Ui Teck Bee, and so many bloggers has been covering this stock, JAX. So recently there was an article from Mr. Kun Yuyin on 9 February. He said that JAX future is hopeless. So before continuing, Mr. Kun is a very famous investor in Malaysia, and I would say he's very influential in the stock market for Malaysia. So I would say whatever he says might affect the price, but surprisingly, when he said that in this article Jack's future is hopeless, the Jack's stock price actually went up quite a bit. So if a bad news like this cannot really push down Jack's, then I think Jack's might be breaking out to a new high soon. My personal target would actually be like about 160 to 170, as mentioned in the previous videos before, if you guys have followed. So yeah, I would say it's quite strong at the moment, Jack's, so do look out for it. And another thing is Notion has been going up recently as well. So although it's moving up like this in a parabolic fashion, people like to use the term parabolic because it's going up a lot very fast. So let's take a look at Notion's earnings. So I would actually value Notion actually at this range, like 140, 150. But anytime profit taking can happen, especially in this type of market conditions. So yeah, do be careful. But overall it's a good stock. If you can see here, it actually is forming like a cup, and then a handle might be forming, so it might consolidate a little bit before breaking out to a new all-time high. I hope that it can break out to a new all-time high. So here is the resistance, and tomorrow needs to gap up so that something interesting can happen. Yeah, so this is the weekly chart. I hope it answers your question for you, Wichai. Thanks for commenting. So Clement, thanks for commenting and joining. And your question was, what did you miss for Asia? You missed the flight, bro. Did you miss the flight, Asia's flight? So basically there was one flight that a lot of people miss. Even I missed actually. The 1.12 ringgit rebound to the 1.3 ringgit rebound. So that was a mini rebound, but overall I would say it's still in a downtrend position. So I'm not too keen on chasing it actually. Like, I don't mind if I miss the flight. So Clement, if you miss the flight, I think you can get another flight ticket this time to any country you want, not to Holland because actually it's still definitely still in a downtrend position at the moment, unless it can break above this trend line. So I was actually waiting for it to come down below 1 ringgit, then it might be more interesting, because back in 2015 it went down to a low of about 77 cents, around there. Yeah, so the downside potential might be there, especially with the virus fears and so on. So I'm not too keen on this Asia, and I don't mind missing the flight at the 1 ringgit range. And Clement actually also asked about DRB Highcom. So if Bank Negara actually cuts interest rates again, as mentioned here, they might want to cut interest rates again. The DRB will definitely benefit, and they also are releasing its new model soon, the X50 and some other few models. So I think it might be a potential stock to watch, but It's just that it takes time for all this to materialize. Yeah, and it's still below its 200-day moving average. I would actually wait for it to go above its 200-day moving average, which is 2.35. So thanks for your comment, Clement. I hope it has answered you. Yeah, thanks Vichai for your comment. Hi Tan Chun Tat. Hi Alex Chong. Hi Teo San. Yep, so anyway, the stock market has been going down, or actually sideways, for a while. So I want to actually point out another market that is actually going up, like just for sharing lah. Because sometimes as a trader, it's a responsibility to hedge against your assets that you have and look for what assets can generate the best return. So I'm just sharing, like today, actually the cryptocurrency market has been actually going up a lot. Like if you see the past 24 hours change for coins like Bitcoin or Ethereum and all, it's all been green like this. So there might be some opportunity in this market. If you are actually interested, please do have a look, because as mentioned before, this year the Bitcoin halving takes place, and when the previous halving, when this happened in 2017, like the entire market went up like 10 times to 50 times in a short span of time. So yeah, this is just for sharing. And I'm looking at one other coin called Theta, Theta. Yeah, so other than that, back to the stock market. If you guys are actually trading crypto, please hit me up as well. We have a lot to talk about and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a growing market. But tomorrow's stock market would actually be also quite interesting as well, because if you see the Hong Kong market, like Hang Seng or the Dow Jones, it's been rebounding quite a lot. So whether or not it might come down, it depends on how long the virus takes place, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So guys, please leave a comment if you guys want me to review any stock that you have, and please let me know what do you think about the general market today and tomorrow, and yeah, so on. And please do like and share if you want to share with your friends or add value for others as well. Yep, so the next thing we will talk about is the earnings season for today. So what actually was released today was this few stocks called Aegis and MHB, and the upcoming earnings season should be at the end of February this month, whereby all the palm oil stocks will report their earnings. So for the FCPO price, it's been ranging about 2,500 to 3,000 for the last quarter. So I think that the palm oil stocks will just do marginally better, a little bit better compared to the previous quarters. I don't think so they will be like really like wow like outstanding, those kind of mind-blowing performance. It will just be slightly better lah, I would say. And yeah, so stocks like TDM, Arsawit, and so on might be affected by the upcoming QR. So right now actually it's all neutral, just that there is not much catalyst other than the QR, because it has been a known fact that the CPO price has been going up, so it has been factored in. You know, the price movement have been reflected in. But for glove stocks, I would say the full effect of earnings and price effect has not been factored in, because if you take a look at the palm oil stocks, they went up on average, I would say more than 100%. Like if you take a look at TDM, from 15 cents, 16 cents, it went up to 40 cents, more than double. So I actually initiated coverage at 21.5, then it went up. Then Airasia, it went up from 14 cents to 40 plus cents, more than triple. So I'm a bit concerned that why people are still looking at palm oil stocks, because it has went up nearly double or triple, and it's quite risky. So it's not cheap as well. So I'm just neutral on it at the moment, but slightly cautious, on a cautious stand. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. And one more thing I would like to actually mention today is that the market is about, in my opinion, how can you actually withstand the shake off, whether you can tahan or you cannot tahan the drop. So for example, the Hang Seng index was actually coming down a lot. The whole worldwide market was actually coming down a lot. So this is the warrant that actually came down. So from 19 cents, from 70 cents, it came down to 11 cents. And then I wrote one article about the Hang Seng index, and it was still at about 19 cents. So the thing here is that although it come down from 19 cents, like I wrote the article over here at about 19 cents, although it came down to a low of 11 cents, it still rebounded today to 29 cents. So people were actually laughing at me for for writing at 19 cents, but then today, at the end of the day, it's still 29 cents. So it's whether you can take the shake off to, like, let's say 15 cents and watch it rebound. Most people can't take the shake off, if you get what I mean. Like, can you withstand the shake off of the market or not? Like that time the virus was so bad and so on. If the answer is no, then I would say don't trade the stock market. Just put your money aside into safer assets. And I would say the market is like a marathon lah. Like a lot of people buy high, then they cut loss a few times, and then they don't go back into the market. If you take a look at like BAT, it's been going down so much, and a lot of people probably cut loss, but it actually rebound a bit. So I would also say if you have the ability to average down, then that would be a very plus sign. But most people are limited with their bullets. So it depends also. It depends on what type of trader are you again as well. I hope you guys are well protected in the market and doing quite well. So what do I want to share with you? I would also like to point out the fact that I would actually be having a Greentrades experience class on 29 February 29 February at Uptown Damansara. If you guys are interested, I will leave the link in the comment section below. So yeah, there are only 11 people watching, I would like to actually mention that if you guys like constantly share and like the video, I might actually like come up with a prize for the best sharer or influencer award, so that you guys don't share for no reason. Because I need more shares and likes, or else I also have to top up already. Yeah, so anyways, what else should we review? Basically it's been the same. Like, stick to the fundamentally good stocks for the long term, and in the short term most stocks will be affected. It's gonna be a rough ride ahead, but I think you guys can handle it if you know how to. And is Genting Malaysia at the bottom already? Like Genting Malaysia? I would say not really, because if you take 2003 SARS virus for example as reference, it actually went down about 30%, 30 to 40%. So let's take a look at Genting Malaysia. So we would use the high of 3 ringgit and 30 cents as the previous high. So, and I would actually apply a 30% discount on that, because this is with reference to the 2003 SARS virus. So 0.7 times 3.3. Yeah, it's quite scary and ugly at the same time, but I would say no rush buying. Have you guys, there is actually one video circulating about the casinos lack of people, lack of visitors, although the China tourists accounts only for like less than 10% for Genting Malaysia's revenue and earnings. But there are also Malaysians who are pretty scared to go up there and play. So even if you look at like Mid Valley or Sunway Pyramid or any shopping mall, I would definitely say that there is a slight decrease in customers or visitors lately. Leave a comment if you guys actually noticed that because of the virus. Yeah, Joshua, you actually said depressing market. So bro, Joshua, I have a suggestion for you. Go to the crypto market. Like, if you see the past 24 hours, everything is green. Like the top 100 cryptocurrencies is actually green. A lot of them is green, like double digit green. So you buy like any top 100 currency is likely to go up. Yeah, so but today's Malaysia stock market is, I would say, a bit depressing, but there will always be opportunity lah. So if you guys want to actually know where is the bottom, then there is still chance to buy and collect cheap. But I wouldn't chase high and green. I wouldn't chase high and green. Yeah. So hi Kenchu, hi Fagro, Brazil. Thanks for joining. Please leave a comment if you guys want to review any stocks. It will actually benefit everyone. And please leave a comment if you guys want to join the Greentrades performance based reports. So actually I have already shortlisted a few stocks for the Greentrades performance based report that might be released soon, depending on the general market conditions. So if the general market condition is quite bad and all, I won't really recommend any stock. So I think it's fair lah. I don't want my clients to lose money, because that is the main priority here, to make money together. So if the clients don't make, I also don't make, and I want to have a quality control on the Greentrades performance based report, because in this market, like, anything can happen. It's still quite shaky, but I plan to release one very soon. I'm just shortlisting a few stocks, and maybe I give you all a hint. The stock can be might be found in this page. Might be found in this page. So yeah. So if you guys have not already signed up for the Greentrades performance based report, please do so. Just click the link below or sign up for the Greentrades experience. Yeah. Then I can, if not, I cannot live stream also already. Hi Kenchu, thank you for your comment. Someone actually also asked about Notion recently, like a few minutes ago. So actually Notion is about to break its all-time high, and tomorrow's move is very important, because 1.3 level is the resistance, and if it can actually gap up tomorrow, then it will be a very good indicator. However, if it consolidates, it will likely form a cup with a handle pattern. If you can see here, like here, a cup has actually formed already. So it actually just depends if a handle will be formed or not. If the handle is formed, then it will consolidate for like 1 or 2 months, then break out again. If a cup just break out, then it will be just a breakout. So it really depends on tomorrow. If it's a gap up, then it's a very good sign. We need a gap up tomorrow. We can do this. So I wish you all the best, Kenchu. Its earnings also is still sustaining and maintaining quite well for Notion. And yeah. So I will actually share this video here. How do I share this? Okay, so what happens if I share this video? Okay, another stock we want to talk about is MyEG. How many of you trade MyEG today? Leave a comment. Hi Clement, thanks for your comment. Any medical devices company stock to review? Wow, medical devices stock company to review. So basically, we can actually have a look at the healthcare type of companies like KPJ Healthcare or IHH Healthcare. But so far, it has not really been like directly correlated with the virus. It was just moving up a little, but it's not really that sustainable at the moment. So I would say the top glove stocks were the only like strong and obvious beneficiary. Because you imagine if the fund manager put in 100 million or 500 million to this kind of stocks to invest in, I would say they would just focus on this at the moment, instead of like diversifying to too many, because this one is the obvious and known one, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. But thanks for your comment anyway. Nice try. Medical devices company stock to review. Yep. So everyone, please learn from Clement. He's trying to find out a medical devices company. It's a good try. It's a good instinct actually. Yeah, it's a very good instinct, like to see what possibilities are there and how can you actually benefit from what's actually going on. So let's take a look at MyEG actually. Today it has hit the resistance, the 200-day moving average resistance. But if it actually comes down to the 1.24 level, then you can actually have a look again. And you guys actually, have you guys heard of the Ichimoku indicator? These days everyone seems to be drawing this Ichimoku cloud, like they want to be macam, yes. But I think it's quite good also, this Ichimoku cloud. So I will just plot this cloud as you can see here. This cloud is definitely above the cloud, the Kumo. MyAG is currently actually on the uptrend because it has break above the cloud and the short-term indicator has crossed upwards. Maybe I would actually wait for it to consolidate to the 1.25 level. Yeah, so it really depends on how you want to trade. There is no perfect or right and wrong strategy. It depends on your schedule, it depends on your risk tolerance, it depends on how much time you have to monitor the market and so on. Okay, so what do we have next? What do we want to talk about? So we basically reviewed all the top 10 stocks to watch already. And then this week's report was about the NFCP, National Fiberization Connectivity Plan. So basically this trend is also in play, like Binacom, OCK and so on. It's been actually coming down slightly today, but I think there is some room for it to grow. So any opportunity, any correction or any downside at the averages, moving averages, is an opportunity. So this market, although it's depressing and boring, honestly, the stock market is a boring place. It's if you want fast money, go to the casino. If you are not willing to actually hold or have the patience to wait, then the stock market is not a place actually, because sometimes I would say the stock market requires a lot of patience. Actually, most of the time, yeah. Really, it's not as easy as it sounds, but all these like fundamental analysis, technical analysis, market analysis, and the Greentrades experience can help a little. Can help. It can help, definitely. Yeah. So I hope this live stream has added value to you guys. If you guys have any more questions, please leave a comment. Or if you guys want to talk about cryptocurrencies, we can actually talk about it. So remember guys, Theta is at about 13 cents now. And Bitcoin is at 10,300. The previous high was actually 20,000 before the halving. After the 2017 halving take place, Bitcoin went up from $1,000 to $20,000. So the halving takes place in May this year, and so far so good. And there's a thing, I can actually go on this for a very long time. I feel that there's a term called staking. Staking like coins or tokens can actually be the future that might, in my opinion, might replace like FD, fixed deposits and so on. Yeah, so actually the technology behind all this stuff is really quite amazing. Although I'm not an IT expert or not a mining kind of guy expert or Bitcoin expert, but what I like is that it's going up. So that's quite important to share, and it's a non-asymmetrical asset that is not correlated or tied to anything in the world, just like gold. So for example, if let's say the politician makes some news or comments about something, or the economy is bad, or there is a disaster like the virus, is not correlated to anything, which is why I like it, and it's a good hedging tool lah. Yeah. So yeah. If you guys want to have any stock to review, please leave a comment or I'll end it in 5 minutes. Yep. Okay, so yeah. Waiting for your comments. Support anyone. Thank you, Jeff Chichong, for actually sharing the live video. He mentioned anyone who's interested to the stock market can have a look. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Jeff Chichong. I really appreciate all your shares, likes and shares and so on, because if you don't have these likes and shares, the algorithm will be messed up and I can't reach out my video to you. So if you don't like or comment or anything, then it's harder for the video to actually reach you. Another thing to note is that Valentine's Day is on Friday, so I would actually have a Valentine's Day promotion for anyone that is actually coming as 2 or 1 to the class. If you guys sign up during this period from now to Valentine's Day, you can actually have an offer. So yeah, so I'm actually joining the hype with all the marketers out there, like Valentine's Day promo. If you, maybe you can buy one free one, I don't know. You have to actually fill up the Greentrades experience form to find out what is the rates and so on. Yeah, because the price varies. And one more thing is that the location available is at Ampang, KL or Damansara Uptown. So I actually have a new location that is available, which is quite cool. Yeah, so some people complain Ampang, KL a bit too far, so now Damansara is available, Damansara Uptown, so no reason for you to not join. Or if you don't want to hear me teach, you can join the Greentrades performance-based report. So far so good, just that it hit more than 5%. It went up 15% in a few days, just that it was not sustainable. Maybe it can pick up later on in future when the market recovers. So yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Jeff. Yep, so anything else? If not, we will end the live stream now. So I thank you all so much for watching. This Chinese New Year, I even prayed for your stocks to limit up, like whoever is watching. Yeah, I went to Ten Ho Kong, the temple. So yeah, I wish you guys all the best. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Raymond Sim, and good night.